we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Seattle Seahawks. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Here we go. Right there.
Here's Ryan to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 19 yards right off the bat. And a quick first down.
1st and 10 at the 39.
And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The safety, Jamal Adams, able to break that one up.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. On 4th down, the Falcons trot out the rookie punter from Syracuse, Sterling Hoffrichter. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
And he's going to take this up past the 10 to about the 11.
Ball carrier.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 3rd down, it's Carson. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 23. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10.
9-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win 1st down. You win 2nd down. And guess what? You start accumulating 1st downs. And that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
On 2nd and 9, Ryan flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 37. After the interception, here's Wilson. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally taken down at the 34. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complementary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
At the 31-yard line.
To throw is Wilson. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 19. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. We're scoreless after 1. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again, Wilson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 10-yard line.
Now Gurley. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
It's now 3rd and 5.
Now they'll toss to Gurley left. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That good for 22 and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now the first carry for Brian Hill. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. They'll run with Hill. And down to the 36-yard line here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks 27. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
27-yard line.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check 50. Check 50. Check it back. Check it back.
Now Hill. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
He was taken.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Here's Foreman, and he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
On the play leads to 2nd and goal.
They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. On the toss, it's Gurley. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now, 4th and goal from the 2. A carry for Foreman, and he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. It's the fullback as the first half is winding down, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead.
The score, Falcons 7, Seahawks nothing. Younghoe Koo to kick off for it.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. A fairly short kick from the 14. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, we'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded near the back of the end zone. Wilson and the Seahawks take over now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He gives it off to Carson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Space to maneuver at the 40. That's complete. Hits Carson out of the backfield. That'll pick up the 1st down for Seattle on a gain of 18.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
They'll run on 1st down. Carson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Chris Carson has proven to be a workhorse for the Seattle Seahawks, and they continue to expand his game. We know that he can run inside and be a bruising type of a player, but he has surprising speed to the perimeter, and they've expanded his game now by throwing it to him out of the backfield. In 2019, in the top 10 in the league in touches and yards from scrimmage.
Forced out to his left. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. Buying time to his left. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down near the 5. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. The first half did not go their way, and that's not going to help matters at all. An interception here on the opening drive of the 3rd quarter.
Obviously not what they were striving to accomplish. But you know who's really upset on their team? The defense. Already trailing, they're going to be counted on to try and hold that score at least where it is.
And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Hey, we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers. But how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Bringing up 3rd and 12.
Hey, 50, base, 50's a mark. I got it. My 50. Watch the out.
From the gun, it's Ryan. Being chased out left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20.
Man, we see a lot of quarterbacks try and do this. They get out of the pocket, they get in trouble, and they try and force the ball into their star receiver to make a play, sometimes whether he's open or not. And I think this time, it was definitely an or not.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. This is Carson. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Ball carrier.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They tried to run it to the short side of the field. There just wasn't a whole lot of room to work with.
Yeah, it seems like things just kept getting strung out towards the sideline, and he kept looking for a spot to dive up into the gap. There just wasn't one, so that turned into nowhere to run, nowhere to hide.
And no gain. On 3rd down, Wilson steps away to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. The rushing numbers for Wilson may be down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. From the shotgun, Wilson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Some 2nd and goal.
A line of scrimmage once again, the 5, as they get ready for 2nd and goal. They run it with Carson, and he is in for the Seattle touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown, so 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. KJ Wright, the one who shot in there to get him down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Another carry now for Gurley. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. They struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Now Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he is going to have a Falcons 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Well, the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's Gurley. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Falcons on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Come on. Mike 50, Mike 50. Watch the run, watch the run. Hey, check. 50's the mic, 50's the mic.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Caught on the right side by Jones. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Tie game, 4th quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. A very quick pass to Ridley. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11. Back to the ground game here. Gurley. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
Ryan finding Julio out wide. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 12 yards there and a first down. And that catch, he just hit number 800 in his NFL career.
And just think, that puts you in top 35 range all time in the NFL in terms of number of catches. One significant guy in that number, Shannon Sharp.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Calvin Ridley, 33 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
All the receivers in the league are plenty good enough. Otherwise, they wouldn't make it in the NFL. But the ones that go to the Pro Bowl, they have refined route running ability.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Falcons 14, Seahawks 7.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this carries into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. He lets it fly for Lockett. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big play that time for the Seahawks. 59 yards. So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. Now it's Carson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
And goal at the 13-yard line.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. And they're knocking on the door. Second and goal now in a one-score game.
On second and goal, here's the option.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 11 yards is the gain on the keeper there, but now it's third down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll try to run with Carson. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up fourth and goal.
I know this is your spot, partner, so forgive me for jumping in, but there's no decision right here. They have to go for it in this situation. They're down on the scoreboard. How many other opportunities are you going to get?
Yeah, I'm with you. Fourth quarter, like you said, down on the scoreboard. And remember here, a field goal virtually does them no good. Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down. They run for it with Carson, and he didn't get there. Knocked backwards to the 2-yard line. They stop him up short on fourth and goal from the 1. And defensively, that might just seal a Week 1 victory. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. Here's a throw dropped off to his fullback. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
At the 5-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll try and choose some clock with Gurley. And Gurley, he fumbled it. Gurley fumbles the football. It's loose. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a third down.
Now it's Gurley. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The Falcons send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. $51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. They are on to the 4th quarter in Jacksonville. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their first of the young season. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. 1 possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts. You got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat-and-mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. He'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Dante Fowler in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Loss on the play.
One last shot for Wilson. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.